Someone asks you what do you do, what would you answer?
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
What exactly is that?
So it's basically applying, I guess, a therapeutic service to a patient or a client
Okay.
who is struggling with depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, social anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder. So many disorders. So I guess, in short, we call it CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. So the cognitions is obviously your thought process. Behaviors are your behaviors, obviously, what you're doing differently as a result. And therapy is therapy. So it's really just sitting with the patient, doing that cognitive restructuring work, trying to understand their difficulties and formulating their mind in a way where they themselves try to apply those tools and understand what is happening to them, why they're behaving the way they're behaving, why they are presenting with these symptoms, what are those trigger points.
So you have patients like
Oh, many patients.
okay, on a daily basis, how many?
Daily basis, it depends on
Okay.
my day. I guess the good thing is I do work for myself, so I can just see patients as of when. But I stay committed. Once you're committed to a client, then you're committed to them until they end their treatment. But yeah, I would say I speak to anywhere between 3 to 10 patients a day.
Okay.
And then obviously
So
I have my
it
days
works
off.
on hourly basis, right? If I'm not wrong. Here also it's the same.
Yeah, I mean, I guess one patient can take up to an hour.
Okay.
So yeah.
But how is it for you? Like when you take a lot of, I mean, not in a bad way,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of experiences of theirs or negativity or positivity or toxicity from other people is coming to your brain, right?
Absolutely.
How do you deal with all that?
It's a very interesting question. And one of my best friends, actually, she asked me the same question. So I asked her, I said, what do you do again? And she said, she's working in some big IT firm and she's managing, I think, 10, 11 people beneath her. I was like, okay. And surely they all come to you with their problems. Like, this has happened at home. I need to book some time off. Or, difficulties at work, problems with contracts or projects. Yeah, they do. So how do you deal with them? She goes, well, you just kind of absorb and you just
But
kind
Anshu,
of,
this is very personal, right? I mean,
yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
it's extremely personal,
yeah.
and it is in utmost. I know. I don't know if it's true. Therapists are not supposed to share information of one client to anybody else, right? Is that
Yes.
true?
Yes, absolutely. You're bound by confidentiality.
Yeah.
The only time I am duty bound to break that confidentiality is if I felt that my client was at risk to themselves, let's say,
So,
or at risk to somebody
okay,
else.
okay. So
So,
if
as safeguarding, on a
okay,
safeguarding perspective, I have to ensure that they will not do something that they or anyone else will regret. So,
okay,
but yeah, I mean, it's hard. But I love I love my line of work, and I guess you're present with them, you're doing the work they do. And, of course, I hear a lot of things. I hear trauma, I hear about abuse, I hear about people that are misusing drugs or alcohol. These are things that are very common, but actually, you're hearing them up close and personal.
correct.
And it just brings you back to reality, that the reality is that, people have these struggles. It's not just the people I speak to on a work basis.
Correct.
People we know might be going through the same struggles, but have not felt ready to talk about it.